everyone, I am here with Oatmeal Acres Ricochet, aka Ricky, or as I like to call her, Oatmeal. I am going to introduce the cart to her today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk around the cart, I'm going to let her sniff the cart, and then eventually, well not eventually, after a few minutes, or within a couple minutes depending on how fast she adjusts to the cart, walking around it and sniffing it, I'll have her walk up into the shafts and I'll move the shafts up and down, and I'll have her back up into the shafts so I can move the shafts up and down so she can feel the shafts onto her sides. That way when we get to the point where she will be put into the cart, she won't freak out about the cart. So I'm going to walk her around it for a few times. That way it's not a big scary object, it's just another thing. I have a visitor coming over. Pretty is a horse that's currently tied out. Oatmeal is going to be a little distracted by Pretty. I tie my horses out to eat the grass and save me on hay. So I'm going to bring her up by the shafts. Good girl. I'm going to see where her body is so I don't hit her with the shafts. I'm going to bring this up. Good girl. Good girl. I'm going to bring him down, back her out of the shafts, and then we're going to walk around a couple more times. I'm going to bring her back into the shafts of the cart. Step up. Step up. Good girl. I'm going to bring the cart up. I'm going to rub the shafts up and down like this onto her sides so that when she is into the cart, these won't bother her. She is doing remarkably well, not only with this, but with also Pretty being back there. Pretty's going to be kind of a distraction, especially because little old Ricky here loves other horses. Good girl. I'm going to back her out. Back. I'm going to walk her around a couple more times. Now this time I'm going to see if I can back her into the shafts, which will be a little more difficult. I'm not sure if I can back her into the shafts. There we go. I'm trying to get her to move over adjust her to get into the shafts. I might have to bring her back just a bit. There we go. Another knife. She's not doing it. For some odd reason, she's not wanting to back. So we'll just do this again. That was my fault. The shafts bumped her as I was bringing them up, which she didn't freak out too badly about, which is a good thing. I'm going to push her over with the shafts, as some horses will be taught to sidestep in the cart. So we're going to see if we can get her to do that right now. She knows how to sidestep. Good girl. On the ground, but good girl. She has not been into the cart as of yet. Good girl. Over. Good girl. She's doing remarkably well today. I'm really proud of her. So I'm going to I'm going to bring her right here, and I'm going to pick up the shafts and move them forward. Good girl. Now I'm going to back her into the shafts. Now this freaks some horses out back, as some horses will feel trapped with this. So I'm going to leave it here for a couple seconds and have her adjust to it. Good girl. This is not where she would be placed if she was inside the cart. The shafts would be back more about to her shoulders. So about right here is where she would be if I was actually driving her. But this cart is a little too small for her. Well, she's almost too big for this cart. I actually prefer to drive her in a pony-sized cart than this miniature horse cart, because she's almost at the point of being classified as a pony, but just for her training period that I have her in right now, she's actually my personal horse, but I got her in for a trade for training, and I'm selling her because she doesn't quite fit the program that I'm striving towards with my horses. But she would be a great 4-H horse or a show horse, and she is registered, even possibly a brood mare if that interests anybody. But she's really doing well with this, especially with this being her very first time doing this. I've never done this with her before. So I'm going to set this down. I'm going to walk around the cart a couple more times, and then I'm going to do it once more with her facing in towards the cart, and then I'm going to leave it off on a good note. So I'm going to bring her back in the cart. Good girl. I'm going to watch the shafts. I'm going to bring them up. Do this a few more times. Good girl. I'm going to bring it down and back her out. And I'm going to end it there on a good note. I usually do this for about between 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depends on the horse and how well they're doing. I usually always love to end on a good note, so sometimes it takes a little longer to end on a good note, especially because some horses freak out about the shafts, so it takes a few more minutes to get them used to the shafts. Well, thank you for watching.